And where does it end? You probably have the same questions too. The atmosphere starts right above the Earth's surface and extends up to space. The atmosphere is divided into 5 distinct layers. Stella wishes she could travel through the atmosphere just once and see how it is up there. Let's say that for a day, just one day, Stella's wish is granted. Stella is ready, in a spacesuit and with sufficient oxygen supplements. All set to travel with her? So let's start. Ready, steady, get set and go. Stella is now in the first layer of the atmosphere, called the Troposphere. Living things can survive here because of the presence of oxygen. The density of the air is the highest in this layer. Stella sees the beautiful clouds around. This layer also has other weather phenomena, such as fog, water vapor, and storms. Stella has reached the end of this layer. The boundary between Troposphere and the next layer is called Tropopause. Stella is now in the second layer of the atmosphere, called the Stratosphere. She sees a jet aircraft in this layer. Why do you think the jet aircraft is flying in this layer and not in any other layer? The stratosphere is most suited for air travel because it is almost free from weather phenomena. When compared to the troposphere, the air in this layer is thinner. Another important characteristic of the stratosphere is the presence of the ozone layer. Can you recall the importance of the ozone layer? The ozone layer absorbs the harmful rays from the sun and thus protects us from them. Stella is now moving towards the next layer. The boundary between the stratosphere and the next layer is called Tropopause. Stella is now in the third layer, which is called the Mesosphere. Thanks to this layer, meteorites from outer space do not reach the Earth's surface. This layer does not absorb the rays of the sun and is therefore the coldest layer of the atmosphere. Stella is now nearing the end of this layer. The boundary between Mesosphere and the next layer is called the Mesopause. Stella is now in the atmosphere's fourth layer, called the Thermosphere. This layer includes a sublayer called the Ionosphere. The Ionosphere has electrically charged particles called ions. How do these electrically charged ions help us? Stella has now reached the last layer of the atmosphere, which is called the Exosphere. The density of air here is extremely less, and eventually this layer merges into space. So, what is space all about? Now that's another story.